Hello everyone, and welcome to How-FixIT. In this video guide, I will demonstrate how to replace the screen on the iPhone. If you've unfortunately cracked or damaged your iPhone screen, don't worry. I'll walk you through the step-by-step screen replacement process to get your iPhone working like new again. Before we start disassembling, let me show you the tools you'll need. Screwdriver set, plastic pry tools, suction cup, tweezers, screen disassembly tool, waterproof sealing tape. I have included links to all the tools and spare parts in the video description below. I also advise using a magnetic mat throughout the disassembly process, especially for repairing a device like an iPhone. While disassembling, manage each screw's placement to ensure accurate reassembly. And you don't have to worry about the screws getting lost. They will all securely adhere to the magnetic mat. So, let's get started. Turn off your iPhone and proceed to remove the two screws located near the charging port. Use a hairdryer to heat the bottom edge of the iPhone for approximately 1 minute, ensuring that the screen becomes slightly hot to the touch. Fix the suction cup to the screen's bottom edge and pull it up. Insert the blade into the thin gap between the screen and the chassis. From this position, gradually begin to separate the screen. The gap between the screen and the iPhone chassis is really small and hard to pry, which is why I consider this screen disassembly tool the most effective for safely removing iPhone screens. The adhesive holding the screen is quite strong, and the opening procedure requires some time. If you can't create a gap, heat the screen even more and gently separate the adhesive until you make a sufficient gap to insert a plastic spudger. To avoid damage to internal components, do not insert the tool deep into your iPhone. When opening the top of the iPhone case, avoid pushing the prying tool too deeply into the case to prevent damage to the components of the Face ID module. Open the screen with extreme caution. Make an effort to avoid sudden movements, because the screen is still connected to the main board. Abruptly separating the screen from the iPhone body can damage the screen cable. Remove the screws on the bracket securing the battery and display connectors. Remember, each screw has its place, so keep them organized for later reassembly. Use a plastic spudger to disconnect the battery cable. Next, disconnect the display cables and remove the screen. If you wish for Face ID to function correctly on your iPhone, you should transfer this flex cable with the sensors to a new screen. Sensors are adhered to the screen frame. Use a hairdryer to gently heat the sensors for safe removal, but pay attention not to overheat the screen. which is quite susceptible to heat damage. Very gently detach the sensor from the screen. You can now proceed with replacing the screen. In the video description below, I have provided links to the appropriate screen for this iPhone model. Install the flex cable with sensors on the new screen. Now that it's all back together, let's test your iPhone with the new screen to ensure everything works. Face ID functions correctly, which means you have successfully transferred the flexible cable to the new screen. You may see a message that you are not using the genuine Apple display. Even if you have installed the original display from a similar iPhone, this message may still appear. You can skip this message, it won't bother you anymore. But the True Tone and Auto Brightness functions are now disabled. Check the touchscreen for dead spots to ensure it is in good working order. You will no longer see the True Tone feature if you go into the display and brightness settings. If very briefly, the True Tone function uses advanced sensors to adjust the color and sensitivity of your display to match the ambient light, so that your images appear more natural. If you turn off True Tone, the display keeps color and intensity constant, regardless of changes in the ambient light. Let's proceed with the final step of assembly and restoring water protection. Remove old adhesive tape from your iPhone's case. Use isopropyl alcohol and a cotton swab to remove any remaining smaller bits of adhesive. Carefully align the edge of the adhesive tape with the iPhone case. Use a spudger to press all the adhesive into place and around the entire perimeter of your iPhone. Grab the small pull tab and peel the front liner from the adhesive. Press the display around the entire perimeter to secure its position. Then, fasten the last 2 screws located near the charging port. If you found this guide helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech tips and guides. Visit our website for more tech insights and do-it-yourself guides. Remember, every tech challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. Well done, the repair is now complete. You were on HowFixIT, and see you again next time.